My little sister ruined my wedding and saved my life on the same day, and I have spent the last 8 months trying to figure out how to feel about both of those things at once. Her name is Lily, and she is 9 years old, and she has always been what my mother politely calls an imaginative child, and what the rest of us less politely calls a lot to deal with. Lily says things. Specific things that make no sense when she says them, and then make complete and sometimes terrible sense after the fact, and our family has been explaining this away for years, with the practiced ease of people who do not want to look at something too directly. She told my grandmother not to take the overpass on a specific morning, and that morning a section of it was closed due to an emergency structural issue. She told my cousin his dog was going to get out 2 days before the dog got out through a gate that had been fully latched. Small things individually, easy to explain away, things you file under coincidence and move on from without looking back. I had filed every single one of them there. Then my wedding day happened. It was a Saturday in September, and everything was exactly what I had spent 14 months planning for it to be. The venue was perfect. My dress was perfect. My husband-to-be was standing at the altar looking at me in a way I had hoped someone would look at me my entire life, and I was crying before I was halfway down the aisle in the best possible way. Lily was my flower girl. She had been talking about it since the moment I asked her 7 months earlier. She had practiced walking slowly, practiced the pedal pace, had a firmly held opinion about her dress color that she had communicated to everyone involved. She was doing everything exactly right until she was about 40 feet from the altar when she stopped completely. Put both hands flat at her sides, looked straight up at the ceiling for a long moment with an expression I had never seen on her face, like she was listening to something nobody else could hear. Then she turned around, walked back to my mother in the front row, climbed into her lap and said something in a voice that was not her regular voice. It was flat and quiet, and I did not recognize it as hers, and she said the plane is going to fall and the people on it know before it happens. 300 people heard it. Complete silence. My husband looked at me across the altar. I looked at Lily. Lily had her face pressed into my mother's shoulder like she was trying to get away from something she could already see. I walked the rest of the aisle. We got married. The next morning I found out exactly what Lily had said and what time she had said it. I have not been able to dismiss anything she says since. Part 2 coming soon.